excusing toxicity with therapy language. And this again is when you find words online that you're like, oh, that's what this person has. It's codependency. They're a narcissist. They're a, anxious attachment or avoidant attachment. Whatever it is, borderline personality, like whatever the
Yeah,
case.
like literally we could just name
We
every.
can go down the list, right? Whatever the diagnosis is or the label, you can start to use that as like it's like putting blinders on almost, where instead of just seeing something for what it is, it's like, no, they're actually just like treating you like shit. Maybe they do have a diagnosis, maybe they had a shitty childhood, but that doesn't excuse the way that they're treating you in this romantic relationship, this family relationship, this work environment. Like, you know, we, I think, can fall into that, and I definitely see this in the online space of where you just want to like reduce it to, oh, that's because of their childhood trauma. That's why they treat me this way. And it's like, yeah, but are we going to just like excuse that?
Right.
Like we can't just do that. And again, it's one of those both and situations of, yes, of course we can recognize like, someone's attachment style developed this way, and it is hard for them to be in a relationship, or they had a really traumatic upbringing and it is hard for them to connect in XYZ way or to feel safe in this way. And you have to be able to know, where your boundaries lie and what your expectations are, and to recognize like that may have happened in the past, or this is what has influenced this. But now as an adult, we get to make these decisions that influence how I'm going to move forward and relate to people now. So
Absolutely. And I think like what's coming to mind too as you like are talking about this is the like phrase, it's not like what happened to you is not your fault, but it is your responsibility to do something. Like, you're an adult now, it's your responsibility to like learn how to work
yeah,
with it and like be part of the real world and not be an abusive or like shitty human.
yeah,
And one thing that I think can be really hard because we're human and we love like deeply is accepting people for like not what they tell us, but what they show us, what they give us. Words are words. I can tell you all day that I'm all of these
mm,
things, but how am I showing up? And then two, like someone saying like this is just who I am, or this I'm this way because of X, Y, and Z, or like it is what it is. Like that's a them issue, and that I personally know people who have experienced horrible, horrible things in life
yeah,
as kids, as whatever, and are incredible adults
mhm,
and have done a lot of work to make sure that how they show up in adulthood is not how they learn to show up, is not perpetuating a cycle. I know cycle breakers, right? And that's where it's like, we can have so much empathy and compassion and love for someone and still be able to say, but this behavior is unacceptable. And,
mhm.
it's not how they treat us or how they show up or what they do is not about us. It's about them.